last video, I was talking about like the laws of karma, and one was the law of growth. And, as above, so below, as within, so without, that we are a mirror to creating our own reality. And many of us signed up for the lessons that we wanted to accomplish in our human body as a soul, right, for growth. And you would say, you're crazy. Why would I ever have selected, my parents who were abusive, or this relationship where I was, terrorized, and all of these things, right? I mean, you're in your right mind, you wouldn't. But if you look from an eagle's perch and you imagine that our soul lives for eternity, and there are things that we want to accomplish, and there are things that we want to learn, we have to have certain experiences for that to happen. And the other actors in our movie have to play a certain role. And when I really kind of understood this was when I was listening to Wayne Dyer talking about his relationship with his biological father, which he'd never had one. His biological father, I think, was an alcoholic, but he left his mother, and she had to raise him and his brother, and he had to live in an orphanage for a little while because she couldn't take care of him or whatever. And he talked about how for the early part of his life, he hated his father, hated him. He was drinking a lot. He was acting out a lot of this anger and this frustration, and he absolutely couldn't stand the man, even though he never got a chance to actually meet him. And so then he goes on to tell the story about, when he started to have his own awakenings, and he gave up the alcohol, and he started to embrace his spirituality and his meditation, and all this stuff started happening. He realized that his father was one of the greatest blessings in his life, because having that man play that role was the catalyst for him to be the man who he turned out to be, a great teacher, a great spiritual leader, right? Talking a lot about the stuff that I talk about. And I learned a lot from Wayne Dyer and Louise Hay. They're just a few of the many that I have followed and listened to over the years. And it really made sense to me, and it resonated in a way that explaining it like that. And so when he finally did find his father had already passed on. And he went to his grave and stone and got out all of his anger and his frustration, and he forgave him. And he said that it was the greatest gift he could give himself, and he realized how much love he has for this man who was never in his physical life, but just, helped birth him here. And he said that he realized that his father loved him so much that he was willing to play that role in that life, this life for him, or he's passed on now, but his life for him. And I thought, wow, that is wild. Now that's looking at it from the eagle's perch, the soul's perspective. The human perspective is very, very different, obviously, right? When we're suffering and we're in pain, and somebody hurts us so desperately, but maybe the person that hurt you so bad loves you so much that they played that part for you, because it was the catalyst to get you where you are now. It's always an opportunity for growth. What we do with it is our free will and our choice. And it's not always easy getting ourselves out of that toxic energy, but it's possible. Many people have done it. That's what we're being called to do. That's what we were here to do. So maybe looking at it from that perspective will make you just go, never thought about it like that before. And just ask yourself, is that a possibility? Could that be a possibility for you? I have embraced that as a possibility for me, and I see things that have happened to me in a much different way than I ever did. And I got to tell you, it has completely shifted my life and made me so much happier in the understanding of why things have happened the way that they did. All right, I just thought I would share that little bit of insight, and I will see you guys next time.